Well, good afternoon everyone. Just on the solo camp today, about 10 to 2. Thought we'd let it rain before we set off. So where I am roughly is, if you know North Wales, just near Llanfairpwllgwyngyllgogerychwr, near Aber Falls, just gone into the valleys. I can put coordinates at the bottom, so exactly where this camp was if anyone fancies picking this place up. It's a good one for if you're like a beginner, or if you want to do your first solo camp. It's not too far from like civilization. Your car's only 10 minutes down the road. But yeah, lovely day for it. Look at this. Like I said, just managed to miss the rain, so yeah, good one. First dramatic of the day. Sleeping bag has fully disconnected itself from the backpack. However, it's still hanging on by a carabiner. Doesn't look good. It's not comfortable. But like I said, quick walk today to the campsite. Hopefully no one's there. We'll have to have a scout. I did just speak to a lady who's just travelled from England. This is her first time doing this type of area, and she said she's not seen anyone. So we'll just wait and see. What an absolute gem of place. Look at it, you've got everything you need. So I'm going to camp about there on that ridge line. So the first tackle is obviously getting past this river here, but one little corner, 5 minutes away from the car, and you're open to this. Now this is River and Avon, and this does go up to Clean and Avon, which is a bit further down that valley down there. Maybe one day we'll get the lads up there. I think we all want to do something like a lake camp soon, and since that's very accessible at the moment, it's worth doing. But yeah, look at this, fresh flowing water, ridge high up there. You've got a bit of protection from the wind. It's just unreal. What a place. And I've changed what I said about putting the coordinates down. I've got a bit of a marketing scheme. I'll put my Instagram here, and you have to follow me and send me a message, and I'll tell you exactly where it is. I'll send a pin. Bosh. This is here as well. I suppose people have camped here before, because this is on the other side of the river where I'm going to camp. But my mate Jack Pennycook could probably live in this hole. He's about 5 foot nothing. But yeah, ideal. I'm not going to make a fire today. I don't want anyone to know I'm here. Yeah, it's going to be... I've got to cross this now, which is a bit of a challenge, but we'll see how we get on. Absolute nightmare. Just had to walk through all this. Feet are a bit wet, but let's get this tent set up, because it's starting to drizzle a little bit. Now with my tent, I'm going to show you. Whoa! Now that's one for the bloopers. Slippery rocks. But yeah, my tent, it requires the inner to go at first, so I need to beat this rain. Catch you. So this is the tent. It's the OEX PHOXX 1 Mark II. If you look at the size, fits in the bag beautifully. Comes in a little dry bag. But yeah, the inner goes up first, then the outer. I'll show you once it's done. There she is in all her glory. I love this tent. OEX PHOXX Mark II. Now, this is a one-man tent. I'm pretty happy with those, with the pegging on this. The ground's nice and firm. Just used a bit of a rock. Knock them all in. Yes, I've decided to camp next to a pile of poo, but it is what it is. That's the nature. And yes, I agree with Emily because that was hard work. But yeah, so the OEX PHOXX Mark II. Now, that's what it's like inside. Okay, it's a bit of a tight squeeze. However, if you want to do what I'm doing and be unseen stealth, now you're not going to see that in the night. And I don't have a fire. I have a bit of a lamp, but it's not that noticeable in the grand scheme of things where I am. Now I'm 6'1.5", and I sleep in that pretty easy. If you like to spread your legs and, you know, move around a lot, then this probably isn't the tent for you. I'd probably go 2-man. But for me, OEX PHOXX Mark II, brilliant tent, love it. Eventually, you know, I want to get to like the Hilleberg, Falraven type of tents, but this, I've camped in this loads of times and it's done nothing but been brilliant. Affordable as well. So like I said, if you want to do a first time camp, you want to get into camping, I know a lot of people are doing it recently. Me and my mates are one of those groups, but we've done it a lot of times now. But yeah, it's an affordable tent, but it's a durable tent, and this has had a beating. I'd only say about 35-mile-an-hour winds. It's not been tested to the extreme, but it's done a solid, and it's never let me down. It's great, I love it. So I'm just going to show you through the setup of how I sleep, just the basic essentials. Always to start off with a foil mat. This just allows the heat to be reflected back up, and you're not losing any heat through like your inflatable mattress. Obviously we'll go into R values and things like that, but this was about 8-9 quid off Amazon. Doesn't have to be anything bougie expensive, just nice foil mat, folds up in the bag nice and easy. Gone with a bit of an OEX theme, so I've got the OEX Traverse self-inflating mat. Now this does give me a lot of comfort, and it's bloody brilliant for when you're out in cold weathers. It does have an R value, but I can't remember that off the top of my head, so I'll put it in some sort of script here if I can. Yeah, OEX Traverse, brilliant. Single mat, so it's nice and thin. Again, all this goes into my one backpack. Ozark pillow. This folds up literally like this. It's brilliant. Nice and comfy. You need a pillow. Definitely need a pillow. And then I've just got the Berghaus Transition 200 XL for my sleeping bag. It's a bit big. It weighs just under 2 kilograms, but again, I just pop it on the top of the bag. It's a 2 to 3 season, so it's not a fully full season, but because we're on the tail end of winter, this is more than doable, especially with these two and the OEX coming down. But yeah, I think you can go to like a risk factor of -14 in this, but obviously I would never do that because you're putting yourself at major risk. So yeah, that's the sleep setup, and it's just comfy. Obviously when I'm moping around outside, I'll close all this, keep the heat inside, but yeah, look, it's just brilliant. It all just fits in and you wake up to a view like this. So we're all fully set up now. I think what I'll do is just go through my basic equipment that I've got, really. And again, this is very new. We're going to build up to better brands, you know, more durable brands, let's say. Some of the stuff I got I'm going to keep forever, but you look at your Osprey bags, your Hilleberg tents, your Falraven tents, your Rab jackets, things like that. But I'll just go a quick through. And if you want to get into this stuff, there's people that I watch on YouTube, Bushman and Blue, Andy Wardle, MCM Outdoors and Wild Bear. They're 4 good channels that I watch on a regular occasion. Subscribed as well. But yeah, they give you all the sorts of, like, they've all got individual factors that make their camping videos unique and just their own way of doing it. But they're all very similar as well in what they do. But yeah, they're great. You should definitely check them out. But what I've got, yeah, so to start with is a EuroHike Nepal 65 litre backpack. It's, you know what, it's a brilliant bag to start off with. I get all this in, and there's more in the side pouches, you know, like extra gloves, socks, pen knife, basically all my charging equipment in there as well for my phone. This is a DJI camera. Food is in the bottom, and then yeah, I'll show you basically what goes inside of it. So to start with, you can obviously see I'm sitting down. I'm on a little foldable chair, which is very good. This all just folds up nicely into a little bag, and that goes into there as well. That was about 16 quid. from Amazon. Bloody brilliant, can't go wrong. So the important stuff first. Favourite beer at the moment is Northern Monk Faith Hazy Pale IPA 5.4. It's bloody brilliant. I've got two because I'm on my own. If things go tits up tonight, I don't want to be, especially don't want to be staggering across that in the middle of the night. So keep your wits about you. I've only got the two. Gas canister, we'll go through this later because obviously I've got my cooking set here. That's going to do us some dinner and some tea. Milk, mug, cup of tea and a bag because we don't leave any rubbish, we don't leave any trace. So, and a couple of bit of hydration bits there. So inside here we've got the waterproof and, well, I was going to say something else, but they're not. They're literally just waterproof gloves. But you've got this little bit here which allows you to use your, you know, your camera, your phone, whatever you bring out with you at the same time. Keeps your hands warm. That's the bag that the chair goes in. Woolly hat. I've got a gaiter, Berghaus gaiter, which I do use, but I don't think I'm going to need that tonight. It's not that bad at the moment. In here, I borrowed this off my good mate, Callum Alvers. It's his little head torch. I don't think it's anything special, no offence Cal, but it will do the job tonight. It's bloody brilliant, this thing. Especially when you're in your tent and it's dark. I do have a little light bulb, but this will be so much better. I also have a down Jack Wolfskin jacket, just in case it gets really cold later. I do have a down Peter Storm pants in my bag as well, which is a good thing. And then, last but not least, baby wipes. Not for what you think. I've actually got toilet roll, but that's in the bag. But just to clean your cutlery, clean your pots or stuff like that. Maybe have a bit of a wash in the morning, wash your hands, wash your face. Ideal, you need these. But the main thing, as Bushman and Blue say it, is leave no trace whatsoever. So I'll show you in the morning how this all looks. You will not know I've been here. Everything will be packed away apart from the poo, which is not mine. So yeah, I'll catch you when I'm cooking dinner, I suppose. I think what we'll do now is just have a bit of a cup of tea. So this is the setup: gas stand, gas, ignite, ignition, and the big old, I don't even know what to call this, it's just a big old pot. But obviously once the water's boiled I'll pour it into my little Sports Direct mug, £2.50. So yeah, basically all it is, you put some water in, cup of tea amount. And what's good as well is because I got that river behind me, if I run out of water, I do have another litre there, but if I run out of water for any particular reason, I can just boil it and it's drinkable. So yeah, it's ideal. So let me just find the ignition now. I always get this bit wrong. There we are, lift off. So we'll let that boil. Little lid on there, and I'll show you when it's done. And just like that, in a matter of what, 45 seconds to a minute, we're steaming. We've got boiling water ready for my cup of tea. Got a little aluminium spork there, always handy for everything. So yeah, just like that, a cup of tea. The sun, I was going to say, is trying its best to come out, but as long as the rain holds off for a bit, I don't mind. But yeah, cheers. You can't beat a cup of tea, can you, when it's cold? I still have my beers freezing over there in the river. I'll have them later with my tea. Now, like I said, this tent is a one man and I'm 6'2". Yes, I changed the hat because the temperature's slightly dropping. But look how cosy it is. So at the back here, I've just lobbed my down jacket and my gloves because I need to get them later when it's cold. Pillow, I'm on my bag and everything now, but I've got my light dangling here, but I do have the head torch as well. But it's just very cosy. and like my feet go right to the bottom. There's ventilation bottom and top. There it is. It's just a brilliant tent. OEX, if you're going to send me some more tents, I'd really appreciate that. You can tell I've already started YouTube and trying to get bloody sponsorship deals. But yeah, it's just, imagine waking up like this, you see. My feet are out at the moment because they're still a bit wet. I don't want to bring them into the tent, but absolutely love it. So I'm just gonna have some lunch. All I've got here is pasta and sauce and mac and cheese. So luckily I brought some milk, so I'm just now boiling up some water and milk. Obviously I don't have any butter to put in, but this is going to warm me up until tea time. And I think for tea I've got like garlic pasta and like chicken noodles. Very mixed match, but it'll do the job. So I'll let you see when it's done. So the temperature is definitely getting a little bit colder. It's going to be time to put my my Jack Wolfskin on in a minute, but just made some mac and cheese just to keep it warm for a bit. It doesn't look the most appetising, but you know, that's quite thick. That looks quite nice. So I'm going to sit in my chair. I'm going to look over the river. I'm going to eat my mac and cheese, clean it up, and then yeah, clean it up ready for my pasta tonight if I'm still hungry. I don't know. There's a lot here, so I may not need tea, but we'll see how we get on. Now the weather since the food, which was about 10 minutes ago, has just completely dropped. I've got the gaiter on, the jacket, I've even got the gloves. Everything's packed away, apart from the chair that can stay out, but everything's inside. I've got the bag inside just in case, because looking over there, I don't know if you can see it, just there is mist just covering one of the peaks, and it's just gone dull. And I mean, it's only 10 to 4. So if there's rain, at least I'm ready. I can just jump straight in. Don't really want rain yet. It's a bit early to be getting into the tent, but if we've got to. At least everything's packed up, ready. I've got to get in the tent quick. But like I said, the chair can stay. That's fine. Just put a few rocks on it and turn it upside down so it doesn't blow away anywhere. But yeah, wish us luck. Yeah, just climbed up a little bit, just into the valley. Where it started to see rain. It's definitely starting to spit. I've actually got a group of horses there, quite far away. I'm hoping they don't come over because I don't fancy being trampled. But yeah, look at this for a bit of a view. Peak, river, tent down there, you can just about see it. That's what I mean, you barely see now. A couple did walk along this path before, give them a wave. They looked a bit suspicious actually, they stopped and just stared for a while, but they didn't say anything, they waved back. But yeah, got all this mist here. I'm hoping it's just gonna go past and clear the air, and I'm hoping them horses stay well away. So it's fully raining. Why I didn't pack a waterproof jacket, I have no idea, especially knowing it was about to rain. But look at this weather, it's just taken a right change. You can't even see that anymore. Tent's doing well, it's soaked. I've left the chair out, that's soaked. The only reason I'm out here is because duty calls, but it's not too bad, but I'm not going to stay out here long. Now it's, hang on, it's 20 to 7. I got in the tent at 4 PM and it started to rain. I think I've just napped for about an hour. When that rain is going like that, it's so relaxing. I think I just put my head on the pillow and it just went. So I think what I'm going to try and do now, I'm still not that hungry to be honest. Oh, that's my little light bulb, but it's a bit bright, it's a bit harsh. I'm sticking it behind my head. I've got the old head torch ready for when it gets a bit darker. But I think, yeah, I'm not hungry. I think I'm going to get a cup of tea on, because I think it's just drizzling now. So I can open up the tent a little bit, make a cup of tea. I think I might have my pasta yet. I don't really know. I've burnt my bloody pot with the mac and cheese, so I'm gonna have to try and figure that out first before I do anything. But yeah, cozy vibes. So I've decided with the last little bit of light that I've got, I'm not going to get out of the tent. I'm just going to lean over. I'm going to put a pack of chicken noodles, and I'm going to mix it in with mushroom and garlic pasta. Wet pasta, like I said, yeah, it's very mixed match, but keep us warm just before bed. So, do you know what? I thought, stuff it, I'm coming out. It's actually, since the rain stopped, it's very still. Yeah, this torch is handy. Look at that. Follows right across. Don't need it quite yet. It's just handy to see what we're doing. But just making some food there. It's just boiling water, and I'll show you what I've made. It's not that appetising, but it's good. Right, evening everyone. So as you can see, limited light now. Not looking that. Can't see much now. But this is dinner. Oh, wrong way. That's dinner. So it's garlic and mushroom pasta, and there's some chicken noodles in there as well. That's just going to tie me over now. Once I have this, I'm going to get back in. Last toilet break, and that'll be me done for the night. And then I'll see you all in the morning. Ciao. Morning all. About 6:30. Very warm, very comfy. Bright outside, and all I can hear is that river. But I'm going to get up in a minute. Possibly make a cup of tea. And then begin the pack away. But no rush. Still early days. Just like that, we're all packed up. No trace left whatsoever. There's a bit of noodles, but obviously little bits of animals can get those. But yeah, all packed up. Campsite looking clean. You wouldn't know I've been here. Now to cross the river, up through that slight hill, back to the car. Yeah, so there we are then, back in the car. After that solo camp, it's roughly, well, it's not roughly, it's 7:05 in the morning. I didn't bother making a tea in the end. It was a bit cold, so I thought I'd get packed up, get away. So yeah, end of the video. First one, obviously we know it's not going to get a lot of heat, but if you could subscribe, it's free for everyone. Press the like button, again, that's free. And if you want, you can hit the notification bell. I'm going to probably do these about once a week. And the reason for it is I just want like a memory base of like these camps, because it's all well and good doing these photos and putting them on Instagram and things, but it's better to have a video, something you can look back on in the future and maybe even reference for further camps. So yeah, if you could subscribe, like, I'd really appreciate it.